Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today we are talking with Brianna Wilkerson from Made Well. Hi, Brianna.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us. I'm so excited to chat with you. So let's start off by if you could tell everyone a little bit about your business and what you do.
Yeah, so Made Well is actually based off a Bible verse where Jesus just goes to a man at the well and says, "Do you want to be made well?" And this man has been kind of invalid or paralyzed for 35 years, and the man's like, "Yeah, of course." And I just really felt like that's what God was asking me in my journey with health and wellness. So when I approach holistic, it's very much holistic, right? So it's not just physical health, it's spiritual, emotional, mental. So, Made Well is really based off of my own personal journey as well as what I truly feel others need is really helping their holistic health. So I primarily operate as a holistic health and success coach, really helping others to be healthy and thrive in all areas of their life. So we do talk, many of my clients and I, we do talk about physical health, but what many of them and even me find is that that's only the beginning. It only really starts with food, then you start to open up yourself to many other areas, such as caring about what you put on your skin. I didn't care about that 2 years ago. Now I do, right? Or caring how how much rest you get, how you're managing stress. And my heart is really to take, especially women, from feeling discouraged, defeated, and disempowered in their health to being victorious, empowered, and free to really take care of themselves, but also show up in the world the way they should be. So I do coaching as well as essential oils. So I found this, just like you, just having natural solutions to use in your everyday life is just so empowering. Knowing that you don't have to go buy these chemically laden cleaning and face and makeup stuff is just very empowering. So I help people in that as well.
That's so great. Yes, it's true. That's what we're so like-minded. I take a very holistic approach and dispelling the myth that people have to give things up. I mean, you don't have to give up glamour and it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be time consuming. Yeah. So I love your philosophy. That's awesome. So, you have a summit coming up. I wanted to ask you about that. What's the details on that?
Yeah. So there's this exercise called the Circle of Life that I learned about when I went to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition for my health coaching certification. And it's really where you start to see, is your life kind of in a perfect circle or balanced, which it hardly ever is. And it just helps you identify 12 areas of life where you may feel satisfied and ones you may not feel as satisfied in. And it's very amazing because every time I do it or one of my clients do it, oh wow, I didn't realize I was not that satisfied in that area, or I am actually satisfied in this one. And the idea is that instead of just focusing on what's not going well, do more of what's going well. Do more of what you're satisfied in while also paying attention to those other areas. So the summit was just an idea. Me and another, she was kind of a holistic health coach at the time. She's more of a mindset coach now, Lauren Williamson. We really wanted to put something together around holistic wellness. So we're going to have women speaking in those 12 different areas of life and health. And so just really excited about that because I just love sharing my platform or whatever I'm doing with other women because I believe together we're stronger and we can really help others better than individually. So
definitely, I completely agree. And I love that philosophy of do more of what's working because whatever you concentrate on is what expands. And so I like that because then the things that aren't working will sort of fall into place easier,
Yes, exactly.
It'll take effort, but yeah, okay, I really like that.
That's awesome.
We'll put links to that. Now, when does that's ongoing?
That starts next Monday.
Okay. And so it starts this coming, okay. So
for 2 weeks. Yeah, for 2 weeks. So we'll release 1 or 2 videos per day. Because I don't know, I've been a part of summits where you get like 5 videos and I'm just like, there's no way I'm going to watch all 5. So 1 or 2 a day where for the whole 2 weeks, you'll have a chance to watch all of them as well as prizes, free sessions or free courses. And so have access to that as well.
That sounds great. Yeah. So I would love to talk, sort of pick your brain and share with our audience, what are your if you were to, give your 2 top tips for people to concentrate in getting started in the area of wellness?
Yeah. I know you probably feel this way every time someone asks you to narrow down. You're like, oh, how do I get the perfect? You're like everything. But I really do believe it starts with food. And, you know, our nutrition and what we're eating impacts so much of our life, more than just our weight, more than just, it impacts our skin, our mind, our energy, you know, and things we can't see on the outside, really, you know, internally. So I would really advise people to just kind of, rather than thinking like, oh, I just need to eat healthy so I can fix something, really look at what is healthy nutrition, what is the proper things you should be eating for your body type, for your situation. And I always recommend people definitely cut out extra sugar. Yeah. We just don't need all that extra sugar. That doesn't mean you can't have it, right? Because fruits, honey, those are all great things. And start eating more whole foods. So, you know, more fruits, more vegetables, but also, you know, good fats. I think we're afraid of fats these days, but fats are really good for us and we need it. And so, yeah. I love my avocados. I love my oil.
Yeah, I mean, you actually maintain your weight better eating the proper healthy fats.
Right, exactly. Which is so different than what we've been taught these last, like, you know, decades in this society. So definitely, you know, get some support around. I'm passionate about like the Whole30 eating program. That for me, just learning why I should eat certain foods and why I shouldn't eat certain foods was very empowering to me versus someone telling me, you should do this, you should do that, right? So empower yourself to know what foods actually do to your body is very important. And then, you know, the second thing I would obviously, you know, say holistic health, but I am actually going to talk about something that we both love is use natural things on your skin. Because I think we're just living in a very toxic society. We are laden with chemicals. And most people don't recognize what the impact that plays on your health. You know, we're taught just really to eat and exercise and sleep. We're really not taught the impact of hormones on fertility, on any of that, right? So, you know, I do recommend people like, you know, reach out to you and your, the different things you do around beauty and natural and organic and things like essential oils, things you don't even have to use all that. Simple things like vinegar and baking soda to clean your bathroom, you know, it doesn't have to be high and elaborate. And
yes. Coconut oil. I use coconut oil as my body moisturizer, and you know.
Me too. I use it on my hair. And then when I got into essential oils, then I added that to it. But before, that's all I used. And it comes to the point that when I'm actually exposed to other stuff, I can't take it. I can't smell it. My skin reacts, and it just shows me like, wow, what was I doing before to my body? You know?
Yeah. The smells are just crazy. I mean, I think you and I talked about that before. How the cleaner you live, you get so sensitive to it, but in a good way. You know, so like I'll have kids will come in my car and I'll smell their toxic laundry detergent off-gassing from their clothes, and it's
and even stuff like that. Like I think most people think, oh no, to get the organic, you know, laundry detergent is so much. I'm like, no, I use Castile soap, borax washing. You know what I mean? I use basic things and make a lot of it at one time. So actually it saves me a lot of money in the end, you know? And so I just really love that that's what you focus on. You're busting the myths, right? That and healthy is expensive. And
talking about what's near and dear to my heart.
I know. I was like, I love it that there's someone else that cares about that.
And I love that it seems like more and more people are realizing it. So I'm just sort of trying to further the movement, and I'm excited to just make it become mainstream. And I think it will. I think it'll take a long time, but I'm just getting the message out there and just keep enlightening. And it's also not to scare; it's to inform. Okay, the chemicals you're putting on your skin, which your body absorbs without a filter, that is scary. But there are alternatives, and alternative. So, and it's just, I like food, you know, you're not going to eat unhealthy all of the time. So you look at, and you kind of need to read your product labels the way we read are learning to read our food labels. And it doesn't have to be nothing, you know, even with food and diet, you know, kind of do what's comfortable and control what you can. You know, there's a lot going on that you can't control. Chemtrails, off-gassing out of furniture and carpet and stuff, you know. So I suggest doing and learning. You know. Those are awesome tips. Thank you very, very much. So the summit starts next Monday, and we will link to that. And that sounds great. Is there anything else that you wanted to share?
I think I'm really interested to learn more too, what you do. And I just really am excited for this. I'm going to have to interview you. And
I would love absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love that. Yes, I am. I have a free beauty guide that I'll link to that too. So anyone who's not familiar with me can grab it. It's 10 tips to looking and feeling your best, looking your youngest without toxic chemicals. But I come from a very holistic approach too, and it's not, beauty doesn't come in a bottle, and beauty is also not just avoiding toxins. That's part of it. But beauty comes from the inside out. It's about what we're eating, our mindset. It's such a holistic approach that I teach.
And you have a course coming up too, right? Talk to us about that. I would love to hear about that more. I'm interviewing you right now, FYI.
So I'm really excited about that. That I'm launching in the fall very soon. So I'm working on that. I did a pilot last year and it went really well. And it's basically to teach people what to avoid, what toxins, the commonly used harmful toxins to avoid. So they just kind of know what to avoid. Like I think a lot of people know we should avoid parabens, but there's a lot of other chemicals that I'd love for people to be more familiar with that they should avoid. And then also the mind-body connection and beauty from the inside out. A lot of holistic health habits that people can easily implement into their life every single day, every single week, that not only make us healthier, but make us look better and look younger.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who doesn't like it when someone guesses you're 10 years younger? I mean, come on now. I don't like it. So it's about beauty, but it's also about health. And the healthier you are, the better you're going to look. So it kind of all works, synergistically. And then I also teach people alternatives to look for, like healthy, engaging, nourishing ingredients that will help your skin look better, look younger, combat acne. Everybody has so many issues, or so many individual issues. Someone might be combating acne while others might have dry skin and whatnot. And then also I have my kind of holy grail of clean products that are completely clean and healthy to use. So you don't have to turn to the toxic stuff at the drugstore or the department store. So I've researched and vetted many companies, and there's so many great lines. Some big ones, small ones. So to give people an option of it's kind of like, okay, you're telling me what I can't use, but what can I use,
Exactly. Same thing with when I do the Whole30, people are like, oh, I can't eat this. And I'm like, but you can eat all of this.
Yes, it's the same thing. Yeah. So true. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And also there's not one line that's perfect for everyone. You might like a moisturizer from here, the sunscreen from there, the deodorant from there, so we need variety. Especially as women. I mean, I'm a beauty junkie. Let me tell you, I'm still a little sad that I can't just go to Macy's and just go to the department store and go to the beauty counters and, it bums me out that I know all that stuff is toxic. But there are alternatives. So you don't really have to give anything up.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So, yeah, I will. And then if people sign up on, for my beauty guide, or they want to get on my list, I have information coming out about the course.
That's awesome.
Doing that sometime in September. So yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Thank you. All righty. Well, thank you so much. This was I could talk for hours with you. I mean, we have so much.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, we'll do this.
Yeah, we will. I'll talk to you after.
All righty. Well, good luck with your summit. I'm excited to sign up. I'm excited about it. I love knowledge. I'm a sponge for all of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So it's to a detriment. Sometimes I sign up for so many things. I'm like, oh no, I can't do them all. But yeah.
And there's so much. I mean, I just have so many things that, I want to read up on that. Slowly but surely. Like essential oils, that's something I want to learn a lot more about.
Oh yeah.
I know a little bit.
Talk about it. Yeah. I was the same way. 2 years ago, someone's like this. I'm like, oh, that sounds nice. And then after, based on an experience, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are amazing. So just learning about it and experiencing them, right? So
now it's real important, of course, to use the proper high quality ones and to use them properly. And that's you really have to work with somebody who knows.
Yeah.
What they're
Yeah.
doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. Have a great week and good luck with your summit.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next time.